Hello again, this is Mark Nelson at PDE Solutions, and in this short video I'm going to show how to create void volumes in your OBJ mesh export. Now I've started with a couple of nested cylinders, and with the intention of having the innermost volume be void, so only filling this sleeve between the two cylinders. Now I've already done some of the basics. I've put in the object name. I have also created two groups, the outside and the inside, so that I can apply boundary conditions to them. Now the one remaining thing to do is to orient the surface normals. It's important to understand that FlexPDE uses the surface normals to determine which side of the surface is inward. For rendering, the surface normals are pointed outward by default, and FlexPDE uses that to determine to fill volume inside. So if I want this inner cylinder to be void, then I would need to flip its surface normals. So that can be done right here. Flip mesh normals. Now FlexPDE will grow outward instead of inward from that surface. So let me export. I've already made this file a couple of times, so it's already there. I've already imported it into FlexPDE and added a grid plot so you can see the mesh. And if you notice to the right here, there is no computation cell in the inside. Now, if we had not flipped that normal, if we had left it default direction, this is what would have happened. FlexPDE created two independent meshes, both filling inward, and that is not what you want. Anyway, so that gives you an idea of how to create void volumes with your OBJ mesh file. You have to flip the normals of the innermost surface so that FlexPDE will grow outward from that surface. It's also important to pay attention to cell size. If this sleeve was much thinner, if this inner canister was much larger and very close to the outside, you would need to have a finer mesh in order for FlexPDE to be able to fill that surface properly. I won't do that here, but just be aware that the cell size should be relatively the same size or smaller than the distance between the two surfaces. Otherwise, FlexPDE may get into trouble.